Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm gonna be showing you guys on how to use graph editor in Maya. If you're totally new, this is the video for you. Okay, firstly, this is an empty scene and we're gonna start to create some very quick and simple animation. So let's create a bouncing ball. So you can click from here. We have this sphere object and I'm just gonna move it up to here. And to switch to front view, I can hold spacebar, left click Maya and chooses front view, slide down. And firstly, I have to adjust until the bottom of this ball kind of hits this ground. Okay, next I have to click on channel box and I can see that this should be in the values of 1. Okay, which is the exact timing where it hits the ground. Okay, so at first I'm gonna go to about like 15 frames or 10 frames. I'm gonna set a key by pressing S. Okay, press S to set a key, and then I'm gonna go back to frame 1 and move it up to a certain distance, like maybe somewhere here, and press S to set a key. And to make the animation easier, it is best that you turn on this auto key keyframe tool, that whenever you move, it will set key for you. So at first in the air, drop down. So the next time it bounces up, it should be having last frame. So maybe around here. Let's check again. The first time it was here, the second time it was here. Okay, and after that, so +8 plus 8 will be 26. So for 26 it will be about 1 again. And after that, so this is 8 frame, and the next time it bumps it up, it will be 6 frame, which is 32. So 32 is somewhere around here, and +6, 32 plus 6 will be 38. So 38 is back to 1. Okay, and next we'll have 42. 42, it's here, and 46. So 38, 42, 46. Come on, 46 is 1. And next we have the +2 frame, which is 48, and we just move the ball up a little. And after that, 50. Let's put it back to 1. Okay, so our ball is bouncing from here. Let's hit the space bar. Okay, and back to here and checked. Okay, so we have this perspective, and you can see that from different angle. Okay, you can click here, side, it looks like that. At first it should be 1. Okay, sorry, I think I made a mistake somewhere here. So let me just pull it back up here. Because just now I click a spacebar and then somehow like it makes it back to 0. So let's play. So right now that ball seems floaty. Okay, so it kind of like floating on the water surface. It doesn't really feel that it is hitting the ground. Okay, so that's the next part that we are going to move into. So in order to make this bouncing ball looks better, we have to tweak in graph editor. So let me do a quick save file. Just save it here. Ball 01. Okay. So a quick explanation about the situation here is we drop it from here somewhere in the air. It drops to the ground and then it bounced it back. So whenever it bounced it back, it is being affected by the gravity, and gravity will somehow lessen the amount of the momentum that it goes up. So it only uses 8 frame compared to the first time it uses 10 frame to drop. So 8 frame to went up, 8 frame to drop, and then the energy is getting less and less every time it bounces up. So 6 frame, 6 frame, 4 frame, 4 frame, 2 frame, 2 frame. If you want some more, we can get this, you know, like 1 frame up a little, in 1 frame, down to 1. Okay. So next, let's go into the graph editor by going to Windows, Animation, Graph Editor. Okay, so let's bring it over here. And you can see that it is not seem to be that good. So far this part is looking good. And this part, it seems like the second time it bounces it up, it should be lower than the first one. Okay, so we have to go to here and select that. Click W for move. Okay, this tool. And hold down Shift key, hold down middle mouse key, and move it down. Just like so. Alright, and to kind of guide you guys through what is happening around here inside Graph Editor is that, so you see we selected this ball and it says that this is sphere 1. So we have P sphere 1, and in this graph it shows you all the items that is keyable or it is being keyed whenever you set an animation. So we can see that because whenever we set animation, we press S. So it keys on the visibility, translate, translate, translate. So translate, we have 3 channels. As you can see here, translate XYZ, rotate XYZ, scale XYZ, and visibility on. And we have this as well, we have this as well. But if you select all, you can see everything. But somehow only green color shows the full graph. And the rest, they kind of like stop here. Because at the very first, we hit S, and second, we hit S. After that, we just keep moving because we have that auto key turn on, and it will set key automatically for us. So the rest is kind of not doing much. As I'll say, like it doesn't change, it doesn't show anything. So you should just focus on this. And what is this? This is translate Y. So translate Y meaning moving in Y direction. So you can see that whenever our ball is moving, dropping down, it's going in this green color, and that green color indicates Y direction. Let's have a look. You see that? Y is green. Okay, so that is why it is showing only green color. Only green color is changing in values over time. Okay, so it shows that it is starting from around a value of 6, which is the distance from ground 0, 1 to 6. So it drops the second time it bounces it up, it's around like 4.8, and the third time about 3.8, the fourth time about 2.8, the fifth time it's about 1.6, and the last time it's about, you know, like 1.2, 1.3. Okay, so let's make it more consistent. So these points actually means the height, okay, where the ball went up or bounced back up again. So I'm gonna select these, kind of moved it around to make sure it goes more consistent. And next, I would like to select all of this in Translate Y to click F. So F means focus. So focus meaning that it kind of resume the whole thing and fit it into the graph editor into a bigger picture so that you can see it better. Okay, and of course you can zoom in and out like on your own by holding down alternate and right click and drag. Okay, and the next thing is, what does these, you know, like as looking curve means? So this is one of the most important part and the most fundamental things whenever you start working with graph editor. So let me start with something simple. All right. So if you're looking at this, whenever we play, you feel like the ball it's kind of slowing whenever it's about to drop. And then it feels like it is going back up, and then suddenly it slows down. So let me kind of shrink this down to just about like 52. Okay. So it feels like it is slowing down, and then whenever it bounces back up, it's kind of slowed down. And somehow that motion doesn't seem to be stable, like it is floating. It doesn't feel like it really hits hard on the ground. So there is a sense of ease in and ease out. So in the term of animation, we call it slow in, slow out, or ease in, ease out. All right. And how do we really define what is ease in, ease out? Okay. So let me try to tweak this. So I select the point and I select the handle. I kind of click W and move it down. And kind of click this and move it up. Or I can just go to here, select all, and I'm going to choose this option. So let's choose this option. This is linear tangents. So whenever we set to linear tangents, it means it just goes all the way, you know, without slowing in, without slowing out. Okay, it just go linear. Okay, let's have a look. So at first level, you can see here, at first, it's starting here. In a second, it reaches here. So the distance in between here and from 2 to 3, it's about the same. Like it goes all just linear without slowing down or without speeding up. Okay, so if you go back to here and play, okay, so it doesn't really feel that it is slowing down. It just keep moving on its own with the same speed. So as in like you're traveling in the highway 60 miles per hour, you just keep moving without slowing down. So let's go back to here. Let's stop it for a while. Let's go back to here. So it means something. So whenever you see a diagonal line straight without curve, it means linear. Okay, it's all the same here. And you can't have it linear all the way. That bouncing ball will still looks a little bit weird. So what we have just now, it's applying an auto tangents. So auto tangents, it will make it auto like this. And from here, it started progress slowly because you can see the curve like kind of slowing in. All right, so it progressed a little bit, and then further down, whenever it's moving over time, you can see that it suddenly speed up. So from here, from 1 to 2 frames, it only progressed this little, and from 2 to 3, it progressed this much, and from here to here, it progressed even more. Take this straight line as a guideline. So whenever it comes to here, you can see that you try to draw a line through here, and then it goes all the way down. It progresses this much. So comparing this distance and this distance from number 2, this actually increased a lot. So we can say that it started out slow, ease in, slow in, and it progresses speed up in the middle. And in the end, this is an inverted curve of this. So this means slow out. All right. So it kind of slows down whenever it's about to hit this point. And then it slows in again, ease in again, speed up in the middle, ease out, ease in, speed up, ease out. So it repeats the same thing, like same phenomenon through the whole thing. Okay, but what really happens here is, so from our understanding of the physics, whenever we drop it, it goes faster and faster and faster, and the fastest point whenever it hits the ground. All right, and then whenever it bounces back up, it goes slower, 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 slower until it loses all the energy, and then it stops there for a while, and then it started to going slow, fastest, and hits the ground again. All right, so that is the correct or logical way of how we explain this in accordance to the gravity field. If we do not have a gravity, people won't die like jumping down from the rooftop, right? Okay, so because there's gravity, like you can't stop, you can't slow down, you just have to keep going faster and faster and fastest and hits the ground like bye bye, that's it, end of the day. Okay, so this is the point where it hits the ground. All right, so whenever it's about to hit the ground, it has to go faster and faster and fastest. So we have to tweak this. So let's click this. So right now you can see that it shows you a spike at the point where it hits the ground. So we can change all of that. Hold down Shift key and select all the points and apply this. So right now you can see that it goes like and then slows down and fastest. Pump. Okay, slows down and stop in faster and fastest and hit. Okay, let's have a look at the animation. Okay, so it feels slightly better, but still I kind of think that whenever it bounces back up, it should get slow and kind of stopping for a while, like maybe 0.few seconds. 0.few, not few seconds, okay? Few seconds is not logic. All right, so 0.few seconds and before it drops again. Okay, so how do we fix that? So right here, I need to make sure this goes like very sharp and very sharp up, and then again like kind of like a U shape. So I can select this point and select that handle and use my middle mouse key and try to move it. But you can see that whenever I move one side, the other side is being affected. So I have to select these points and chooses break tangents. So break tangent meaning that, so you can see like from here, it switched to here. Break tangent meaning you can control one side on its own without affecting the other one. So select the handle, middle click and move the curve. Go to here, select that, select the handle, click W, middle mouse click. Sorry, I have to break it first. And moved all the way up to here. So making sure that this is a very nice spike. Okay, break the tangent, select the point, select the curve, and move it like this. Move it like so. Select all the points and break the tangent. Okay, you can reselect that, click F to refocus. Then you can see that it shows you a much better vision of how it should be. Select that. Gonna move it that way, move it that way. Okay, move it that way. Okay. All right, let's play. Okay, so right now it really have a big difference, as you can see here, that whenever it hits the ground, the moment it hits the ground, it bounces back up right away without slowing down, without stopping. And then whenever it bounces back up to the sky, somewhere in the middle, it slows down and it stops for a while and then continue to drop again. So let me kind of extend this. Pop, 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 pop. Okay, pop, 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 pop. Okay, so that is a much better bouncing ball. So hopefully with this simple animation and the simple explanation about Graph Editor, it gives you an insight on how to use, on how to tweak Graph. And before we end this lesson, I'm gonna duplicate this and move it in this direction. Oops, I think it doesn't. it doesn't duplicate the keys. Okay, that's alright. So I think that's all. Hopefully you guys learned something today. And if you like my videos and you think this is helpful to you, please subscribe to my channel and hit the like button, and don't forget to turn on the notification button as well so that you won't miss any new contents. Until then, I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.